Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I am Fredicia Liebert. The Honorable Eric Evelyn has commended the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, IICA, for being an excellent and extraordinary partner to the Nevis Island administration. Minister Evelyn recently highlighted that the agriculture industry on Nevis has benefited tremendously from the efforts of IICA.
Even though we are pushing hard for agriculture and food security and food sovereignty, we cannot do it alone. And so we depend on institutions like IICA and CARDI and ICDF, the Taiwanese Technical Mission, FAO, other institutions to assist us in whatever way possible, whether it's through finances, whether it's through technical support. And as I said, we cannot do it alone, and so we are very grateful for the support that IICA has provided over the years. I must say that normally when we call on IICA for assistance, they deliver. And I want to say a special thank you on behalf of the Nevis Island administration for the excellent collaboration and partnership that we have garnered with IICA over the years.
Minister Evelyn made the remarks during IICA's St. Kitts and Nevis Accountability Seminar on November 12th at the Jessops Community Center. The seminar included a stakeholder discussion which provided the attendees with the opportunity to offer feedback and voice their concerns regarding IICA's ongoing and future projects.
First of all, I must say how pleased I am that the seminar is being hosted in Nevis this year. Yes. IICA makes it its business to consult with the hierarchy of the ministry and the department and farmers and other stakeholders on a regular basis to see how they can assist in the development of our agriculture industry here on the island of Nevis. Of course, they consult. And they also listen as well. Because after they consult, they have to listen and ensure that what they would have heard, they must be able to put in practice. And after putting that in practice, they're able to come to this accountability seminar and give a report of what they're doing. Of course, IICA collaborates well, and they act. Here on the island of Nevis, we often say, let us continue to grow more of what we eat, and let us continue to eat more of what we grow. And we want to say to IICA, please continue to partner with us in this endeavor.
The Honorable Eric Evelyn, Minister of Agriculture in the Nevis Island Administration. During the opening session of the Nevis Voluntary Review, VLR, held on Wednesday, November 12th at the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Director of the Department of Public Sector Investment Program, PSIP, Oren Manners, spoke briefly about the review and congratulated Nevis for being the first country in the Caribbean to complete a voluntary local review.
This process was launched about 6 months ago, the first week of May to be exact. And I must say in reading the VLR that I'm impressed with the wealth of information that it contains. And that's a testament to you, I think, the stakeholders who gave of your time over the months to meet with the consultant and to share with him what's going on in Nevis. And so I compare it to, our national review that was done 2 years ago. And, it almost outdoes the federal review with the wealth of information. But there are a number of similarities. Both reviews would have tackled all 17 SDGs. And that is important because it allows you to set a baseline of where you are currently and be able to measure moving forward.
Manners also outlined that the information gathered as the review proceeds in 2026 will be used to produce the second review at the federal level.
How many of the initiatives that are indicated in the review are unique to Nevis, and how many are federal programs. Where does the financing come from? Some of the programs in Nevis funded by the external donor entities, grant agencies. How equitably is Nevis being supported in terms of international donor support? And if we expect Nevis to accelerate progress toward the SDGs, what additional support is needed? Does Nevis have the resources, financial or otherwise, to accelerate the SDGs? What sectors are we investing in heavily in St. Kitts as opposed to Nevis? What accounts for the difference? What are the peculiarities of Nevis? What are the opportunities for collaboration and resource mobilization?
The overall purpose of the review is to provide a frank assessment of Nevis's progress, challenges, and determination in implementing the 2030 Agenda and its sustainable development goals. Heads of government departments in the Nevis Island Administration, private sector stakeholders, and other invited guests were a part of the day's session. Still to come,
we would like to get more people engaged in this program.
The details right after this break.
The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed.
As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. A press release from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force says 27 officers have successfully completed specialized training on the Child Justice Act hosted by the National Intervention Team in collaboration with the Department of Probation and Child Protection Services. The initiative received strong support from the Police High Command. Officers participated in group and individual scenario-based exercises, applying the law to real-world situations to deepen their understanding. The participants also received hands-on guidance on properly completing all required forms under the Act, ensuring accuracy, consistency, and compliance in their duties. The officers offered thoughtful recommendations on improving implementation within departments and communities. The National Intervention Team continues to champion partnerships and training opportunities that strengthen community policing and support positive outcomes for young people across the Federation. In more local news,
we would like to get more people engaged in this program.
Samuel Berridge, High Commissioner of St. Kitts and Nevis to Canada, made that call on Friday, November 14th, when a delegation from the Canada-Caribbean Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program annual review meeting visited Nevis. The Federal Ministry of Empowerment and Labor, in collaboration with the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, hosted the meeting from Monday 10th to Friday 14th November in St. Kitts.
From where we operate in Ottawa, we engage with a different set of stakeholders, and it's good to see that we are in a position to consider the agreement that we have. It's 59 years old, the Seasonal Agriculture Workers Program between the Caribbean and the Commonwealth Caribbean and Canada. And where our interest stands is to expose as much as our people to the Canadian working environment and give them an opportunity to work in Canada on a temporary basis and provide for their families. We also assist the Canadians with employment, hard-working labor, and but it's a symbiotic relationship. And from St. Kitts and Nevis standpoint, we would like to get more people engaged in this program and thereby fulfilling mutual benefit.
Robert Scher is the president of the organization that manages the Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program in Ontario.
I want to thank our hosts here in St. Kitts and Nevis for the wonderful hospitality we've received. It's been just tremendous for us. The meetings here have been at times intense, but also at the same time respectful and candid, but very friendly, and I'm grateful for that. At our particular farm, in which we produce apples, we bring in workers from the Caribbean, and they are just a tremendous group of fellows, and we are extremely grateful for them. So thank you.
The delegation also included Stephen West of Employment and Social Development of the Government of Canada, and Olaf Fontenelle, head of the Eastern Caribbean Liaison Service, a unit of the OECS in Canada, responsible for the welfare of workers from the Eastern Caribbean.
A few months ago, this process began with collaboration between myself and High Commissioner Berridge, and it's come to fruition. So we're here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Over the last few days, as you've heard, one of the main parts of the governance structure of this program is for all of our stakeholders, Government of Canada, the employers who you see here with us, the representatives, as well as the representatives from the various Caribbean countries. So we've sat and we've had deliberations, and today is a day for us to relax and enjoy the sister island of Nevis and the cuisine and enjoy your beaches. And we've already enjoyed some of your good hot bread here at this location, and we're going to continue to do this, and I can assure you some of us will be back. Thank you very much.
On Friday, Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley and Minister of Labour, the Honourable Spencer Brand, welcomed the delegation to Nevis. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.